Good evening, gamers. Welcome in to the race of the century, the first race of the night, and the first part of this amazing live stream. We have Rubiks versus Zombie, and joining me in the booth, we have G3. How are you feeling, G3?
Yo, I'm excited and ready for this race to begin 45 minutes ago.
I have no idea what you're on about, but I'm also very excited.
I was talking about G3.
We've had an amazing time watching some lore, but we are now ready to get into the goods. Rubiks, you feeling okay?
I'm chilling, yeah.
So we do have a countdown going on. It is in the live if you want to go check that, and then we can get this started. I'm very excited about this. G3, what are you hoping to see today?
Um, this should be an interesting race. What is it, the um 10 seed against the 5 seed, something like that? I don't remember the exact bracket, but we see Zombie has 11 minutes on Rubiks, which is quite a bit in this game. Um, Rubiks has mentioned that he's not fully in practice as of now, but hopefully it's he can perform to his best ability and make it a close one.
Well, I can see that we're starting. Or at least
I
one of
think.
us is. Zombie
Oh,
giving him
there
a
goes Zombie.
chance.
Zombie's gonna wait 11 minutes.
The fairest of fair rules. Hopefully, Rubiks doesn't have another fall.
Yes, yeah. That fall is pretty awful in Geyser. It's
Yeah.
nice because you can just normally reset, but in a speed run in a tournament, you can't exactly reset that one. And this is the only category where you're actually at risk of falling in that area. So, yeah, this should be
So detrimental.
interesting. Yeah. Rubik's playing it safe there, going around. Typically, you can just roll jump over it or do an uppercut over it, over the gap, but he's just playing it safe. Smart.
I appreciate them going a bit slower there. We don't want another mix-up.
Zombie didn't care. Zombie went right over the gap. He knew his spacing.
Zombie feeling refreshed and ready for this.
So yeah, that's one thing about Jak is that it has a lot of movement types. You got punches, roll jumps, just regular rolls. You got walking, running. So a lot of Jak is about getting that spacing perfectly correct. You just see where you have to go, and you almost just have to calculate. All right, is this a punch, roll, jump, punch? Is it 2 roll jumps? Is it 2 punches and a roll jump? That's a big part of this of Jak and Daxter. Oh, we're almost synced up.
Yeah, and we're getting a bit of lore. Oh, y'all are excited.
Problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
He's so sassy. I love him.
Daxter's a great character. Normally, Daxter has a lot of quips throughout the run and he's talking and all that, but we actually have to turn that off for this run because there are a couple moments where it would actually start a cutscene if we turn the game hints on. And that's what it's game hints. So right at the beginning of Geyser would take, I think, like 1.5 to 2 minutes longer if we had game hints on, and also we wouldn't be able to skip the sage huts in the beginning of Hub 2 and Hub 3 with game hints on. So it's unfortunate, but
it is unfortunate, but it's really interesting on how that can affect the gameplay.
Yeah, it just starts a cutscene. So right now they're going to yak cows. They're going to herd all 5 of these yak cows, get them into the pen, but they're not going to collect the power cell for doing it quite yet. That's actually going to be towards the end of this hub world that we do that.
And what makes the difference there for that?
It's just a few seconds. That's really all it is. Instead of, you'll see this gate where their fence is, where they're corralling the yak cows. It's about a roll jump away from the farmer. So, but we're not going that direction. So we decide, oh, we're just not going to go that way. We're going to get him the other time that we go here. Because this is actually right at the end of the hub world, too. So as we're
Convenient.
leaving, yeah, we go and talk to the farmer.
Reminds me of Twilight Princess when you're herding the sheep.
Yeah, I guess that works. Ooh, Rubik's having some Yakko trouble. They don't respond very well. It's not the best designed thing, but we make it work.
Well, Zombie seems to not be having any issues storming ahead here.
Yeah, Zombie with the 11-minute time. We should just see that just slowly build over time.
Or
And that's one
Rubiks
thing
could have
about
a
Jak.
mistake.
As I was saying before, it's all about movement and getting the spacing right. So this game is pretty easy to get into and start running. There's not many difficult tricks, especially in 100%. There's very few high-level tricks, and all of them have like pretty easy backups. So it's very easy to get into, but the top runners just really can distance themselves because of their consistency in their movement. That's the biggest thing in this 100% category.
I think that's a good thing, though. I love games with incredible movement. I always find them to be a lot more interesting, as well as that you can do a lot more with them. And that's the best thing about games that have such huge movement-based mechanics, as opposed to going for the tricks, going for the glitches. It just gives you something extra, and it really builds, I think, your speedrunning portfolio, because a lot of games, I think, when people switch to heavy movement games, they struggle because they've always focused on the big time save.
Yeah, people all the time come into the community and they want to start running any percent because they see on the boards the world record is 15 minutes. But what they don't realize is that is by far the most difficult run in, for sure, Jak and Daxter, probably the entire 6 games of the Jak and Daxter, I guess saga.
Yeah.
And yeah, people just don't understand that. They'll watch the world record and see that the tricks are gotten on the first try and think that they are that easy. But skipping Fire Canyon, only I think 12 or 13 people have ever done it in one attempt. Ooh.
Rubiks, don't give me a heart attack, please.
That was a little close there. But yeah.
Bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, so the 2 easiest categories in this game are no LTS, no lava tube skip, and 100%, which is what the runners are running right now.
I'm a big fan of 100%. I exclusively, when I started speedrunning, ran games 100%. It wasn't until much later that I got into any percent for any game.
Interesting, yeah. There's definitely a different style of 100% where you're actually just doing everything. You almost feel more fulfilled when you finish the run because you did everything that game has to offer.
I like to think it's just my completionism coming into a new form.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Oh, very nice here from Zombie, not having any real issues.
Yeah, these orbs in the plant boss's head are really annoying. We're not really sure why the devs decided to put those there, completely hidden. But yeah, they put those there. A lot of people who play this game for the first time will miss 5 orbs in Forbidden Jungle, and if they ever come in to ask, we tell them exactly where it is every single time. It's always in the plant boss's head.
Zombie really is storming ahead here. I guess that time difference really having an effect here. Purely because I haven't seen him have a scary movement.
Yeah, he's been pretty clean with his movements so far. And that just comes with a lot of experience running the category. Ooh, I don't think he collected the scout flag there. He was trying to collect it with the blue eco, but just too far away. Not too bad. I guess that's a little bit of commentator's curse right there.
Unfortunately so. I think that's classic for this though, especially in a race. I always say people do better on the PB than in a race a lot of the time because you have no motivation to finish the run for a PB.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you just go and do whatever. I know when I first started speedrunning this game, I was doing no LTS, which is about an hour long. And the first thing I did, I just said, I'm just going to do no resets. Just play the whole game. And because I was told very early that this game's all about getting consistent movement.
Yeah.
And so that's what I just practiced, was just play the game a lot. Don't worry about getting the movement perfect. Just worry about getting it good. And then the time will just increase from there.
Well, they say movement saves minutes.
So Zombie right here is actually doing an interesting skip. He pressed pause at the end of that mirror cutscene, and because he did it right at the end, there's a weird glitch in the game where the fisherman cutscene actually started to play. And you'll see in a few seconds here, Zombie's actually just gonna skip the rest of this cutscene and go right into fish game. Maybe? I think so. Oh, maybe he didn't get it? Oh, he might not have gotten the skip.
Oh, he missed the skip. He has.
Yeah, he must have missed it. It's a frame perfect pause, so that makes it difficult. And so Rubiks actually catches up a little bit there because of that. Because Rubiks did not go for the skip. It's pretty tricky, but it would actually skip about half of the cutscene. There are a couple instances where that if you pause right at the end of one cutscene, it'll start to play another. There's a couple instances where it works, but we're not exactly sure why, and we haven't really searched for it too much. There is another one coming up at the end of FJ, where when he connects the last mirror, he can actually skip one of the cutscenes right there, and he can press pause and just load out really quickly and skip the whole cutscene, which is like 10-15 seconds. But if you press pause on the wrong frames, you actually soft lock the cell and you can't complete 100%.
Oh,
so
no.
I assume that no runners are going to go for it for that reason. Or else
I
they'd
kinda
have to
do.
completely reset. But maybe someone's feeling confident.
Well, he's only 11 minutes into the run, so Zombie could still catch up.
He totally could. And looks like he's getting decent fish. This game is completely RNG. There's actually an interesting interesting thing that happens where in 100%, because we do the mirrors and watch those cutscenes, the fish are actually better than if you didn't do the mirrors.
Oh.
And it just has to do with some RNG seeding. I believe that this is on PS2, that it actually uses some of the PS1 memory to calculate it, and somehow it affects that. It's super strange, but yeah. It's actually better fish in 100%.
It's gonna have some benefits.
Oh, Zombie is going for it.
Oh.
He does see that he gets it, so he did check. When he scrolled all the way down, he scrolled down into the menu to check to see if the cell was lit up in his menu, and that way it would show like whether or not he actually got the skip. So that is a way to check.
That's
So he did skip about a 10-second cutscene right there.
I wonder if Rubiks will give it a go. I'm not saying that he should, I'm just saying I wonder if he might.
I wonder. I don't... Did he get it?
I don't know.
I think so. I think he
I
got
don't know.
it.
I hope so. Why did I say it?
I don't actually know what they're looking for, but he didn't get it. Wait, the run's over. He has to reset.
Why?
because we can see that the mirror is not connected to Misty, or to the mirror is not connected to the mayor's hut.
3 minutes in, 13 minutes in, and we've already had a loss.
Yeah, you just soft locked the run right there. Well, that's unfortunate. That is the risk you take by trying to skip 10 seconds. So.
But I get it. I would have done the same thing.
Well, I think he's just gonna play it out and just, see
Let's
what
see
time
who
he
would
can
have
get.
won.
See who would have won if that didn't happen. I like that. Alright, so Zombie had some specific movement early in this level, and it actually allowed these Zeppelin lurkers to be in this perfect cycle, where they just are always in the right spot at the right time. He actually skips this one to get him later, but... Oh, he just went too early and hit the bomb. Yeah, this is it's pretty cool. The Zeppelin cycles. The route is not exact, like it could have been faster if it weren't for these Zeppelin cycles, but we changed the route slightly just so we have good Zeppelin cycles, so it is faster.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that decision. I think that is a very good and based decision.
Yeah,
Rubiks
Zoomer
having a bit
section's
of
gonna be
trouble
fun.
here.
Yeah, so he might have messed up, where the lurkers were supposed to be. So now he just gets a little confused, and so he's just gonna go after him one by one as he sees him. While Zombie's still just flying through, grabbing all the orbs. So this level, this is the first. Wait, does this have 200 or one? I think this has 150 orbs. Every level every level has at least 150 orbs, except for Geyser and the hub levels. Those have just 50 orbs each.
So many.
Yeah, it can be very easy to miss them, especially later in some later levels. Sometimes you're just going so fast that you forget to check if you actually collected all of them in an area.
Am I hearing some regret from earlier?
I'm not going to comment on my previous run. Okay, maybe I will. Earlier, like an hour ago, I finished a run that would have PV'd by a minute, but I had missed an orb in the last level and didn't realize until the very end. So, yeah.
Yeah. Tragic.
It happens.
Tragic.
Alright, interesting thing that Zombie did there that I didn't point out, which we'll see Rubiks do here. He skips an area and actually just jumps up here to the cannon, which is not too uncommon. A casual player can do this. But what Rubiks is going to do is he's going to shoot all of these boxes, get the orbs out of them, and then he's actually going to jump down over this ledge and grab the cell, which is very easy to do. And it's surprising that, I never found this as a kid, because it's super easy. You just jump down and grab the cell. But what you've noticed is that he didn't do this ambush section, where if you go into the middle of this arena, a bunch of enemies will come swarm, and after you beat that, that's when you're able to usually get that cell. But if you just go around and don't go in the middle, you just don't activate it, and it's that easy. That easy to skip.
That's a good way to get around it.
Yeah,
It reminds
otherwise
me.
it'd be 2.5 minutes and a waste of time.
Yes, definitely. It reminds me of when I used to run Resident Evil 1.
Rubiks.
Rubiks.
Those guys can be real annoying.
Yeah. We call it getting goombed.
We call it getting Babe Ruthed. So they got like a bat. Alright. And we'll see Zombie do the first boosted of the run. So that you should not normally be able to make that gap. It's a very long gap. A roll jump doesn't make it. Only a boosted does. So I guess I will explain the boosted.
Please, I'd love that.
So basically, the game gets confused.
Kind of like wrong warping.
No, what happens is as we'll see Rubiks go for it in the future, but what happens is as Rubiks or Jack is falling off the edge, what the player will do is he'll walk at Jack's slowest speed and slowly start to fall off the edge, and as he starts to fall, he punches and uppercuts, which for some reason the game converts that downwards momentum from falling into sideways momentum. So you actually launch forward rather than fall. So it's a weird thing that happens in just the physics of the game. Yeah, we'll see Rubiks do that right there.
Yeah.
And
no,
it's really convenient.
That's really cool.
Yeah, once that was found, this game broke wide open. Not quite wide open. It was still, they thought it was broken wide open, but a lot of skips were found after that. We'll explain. Oh no, we never do deload in this. Never mind.
No, what I think is really cool is that's really like Twilight Princess's boomerang jump. Because they use the boomerang to essentially super jump when they strike the sword. And the game just throws them forward.
Huh, yeah. Just breaking the physics. Love to see it.
Yes. I play a lot of games.
So now we see both Rubiks and Zombie are in a cutscene simulator. There's a couple cutscenes that they're going to have to watch in order to buy some cells from these guys, but fun fact, Jak and Daxter has the most amount of cutscenes in a PS2 platformer.
Really?
It is, yeah, I think it has the record for most amount of cutscenes. And now I'm going to plug my all cutscene speedrun. No, don't do that.
No, if you want to see all cutscenes, I heard my co-com, G3 Catcher, is amazing at them, and you can follow him right there. And whilst you're following him, follow CCG, we're almost at 3K.
You should follow, ooh, almost 3K.
Almost 3K.
What are we at?
I believe that we're at almost 20, I think we just hit 2,800.
Ooh, we're almost there. Hopefully the Jak community can push you guys over the edge.
I hope so. We've got a load of amazing communities coming up, so maybe people should follow just to find out what we run next.
And if you were wondering, the all cutscenes category takes just under 3 hours, and over an hour and a half of it is cutscenes. So over half of the run is just cutscenes.
Do you have to have...
Oh no, Rubiks. Oh, so he has to watch, since he didn't get that skip, he has to watch this really long cutscene first.
Oh.
That way he can buy the orbs. But...
I do have a question about the old cutscenes. Does that mean you have tips and tricks on? So we can hear Daxter chatting?
Yes, you actually do.
Yes! Let's go. That's the category I'd run.
Honestly, the best part is that you get to hear the Daxter quips. Yes, it's a long cutscene. It's a long speed run. There are parts where you actually go about 18 and 19 minutes without like much movement. You're just the first 18-19 minutes of the game is just like watching cutscenes. It's fun.
I think there's been a very valid question in the chat. Is popcorn required for all cutscenes?
Typically, I don't eat popcorn, but a lot of the chat does when you know they watch an all cutscenes run, and it's nice. You're getting almost a movie's worth of cutscenes, an hour and a half.
That is a movie. What do you mean almost?
That's pretty much a movie. And the funny thing about all cutscenes is that it's actually might be the hardest speedrun I've run,
Really?
because of how easy it is to miss a cutscene. I have like a really complicated, like 20-page guide on how to do all cutscenes, and it's still super hard to not mess up.
So if I want to run all cutscenes, you can hook me up.
I can. There's a very intricate guide on the Jak Speedruns wiki.
That's very good. That's very good. And what is everyone's favorite type of popcorn? Whilst we watch Zombie just storm ahead here.
Zombie's cruising. I mean, he's played like almost flawlessly
Yeah.
since the end of Misty, even in Misty. We got.
But what's your favorite type of popcorn? Gotta drop the preference now. G3 hates popcorn, confirmed?
I gotta think. I mean, I don't have popcorn too often. So,
Yeah.
I guess if I'm going, I like to have like the Smart Food white cheddar popcorn. You know, I'll just do that if I'm snacking, but
The what?
white cheddar.
You're an American, right?
Oh, yes. If you couldn't guess. Yes. I mean, it's a healthier brand of popcorn. Like low calorie stuff like that, but it's definitely still American. So Rubiks struggling with the boosted here. He gets it there.
There we go.
I also like kettle corn. Just a nice kettle corn. Got a lot of flavor to it.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought toffee popcorn was too sweet. Like,
I've never heard of that.
really? Oh, it's like caramel popcorn.
Okay. Cracker Jack.
We don't got that here.
That's an old baseball thing. In the old days.
The only thing I know about baseball is that I'm a Mets fan.
Ooh, Mets fan.
Yes.
It's a tough year to be a Mets fan.
It's a tough year to be a Mets fan.
Although next year's supposed to be real good. Guys picked up Justin Verlander,
Well,
best pitcher in the game.
can wish him luck. It doesn't take one member to make a team.
True. But they spent a lot of money.
But, oh, Rubiks almost missing that orb there.
You
Imagine
saw it.
missing an orb.
I could never.
I could never.
I don't know if Rubiks scared the birds there on that second sentinel.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
No, he didn't. Ooh, so that's gonna be some time loss.
I hope the poor
So one of the cells is you have to scare birds on all three of the sentinels, and they just move over. Oh, Rubiks never scared the birds. Yeah, he's got to go back. So they're on the first one, and you typically just scare the birds as you're getting the scoutfly in the first sentinel.
Yeah.
And then as you get the cell in the second one, you scare the birds, but he somehow missed them and just was far enough away to not scare them. So as they flew to the third one, he was already at the third one, and so you had to slow down a little bit, wait for the birds to land.
How much does this game focus on cruelty to animals?
There's quite a bit. Unfortunately, we saw yak cow herding, which, typically, herding yak cows is not the most
Not the way.
inhumane thing, but the way we do it is we just punch them repeatedly, then kick them, and that's how we get them into their
Could have
area.
tried asking them nicely. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of death. We definitely don't have a category extension for kill all animals.
Tell me you don't.
Definitely not.
Oh my god, no
Oh,
way.
Rubiks just fell.
You saved her.
Uh,
You really are.
He tried to be a little risky and roll over the gap, but he just rolled right into it.
Unfortunately, had that issue earlier too.
Slightly different gap. This
Yeah.
one doesn't lose quite as much time.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Alright, Zombie's already done with Sentinel Beach. So he's going to be finishing up the last few cells and orbs here in Sandover Village. and will make his way towards Hub 2. And we're
well
watching
done,
the
my
farmer
boy. You
cutscene
actually got
now.
those free bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Well, thank you. But has anyone ever tried just asking them nicely to go into the pen?
I'm not actually sure. You know, that would be a great idea.
It would be.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody actually speaks Yakal though. That could be the issue.
I think if he lives in on these islands, he should really learn. It's respectful.
Yeah. And why didn't the farmer just do his own job? Why do we have to do it for him too?
Exactly.
Oh, the farmer just trying to sleep on the hay. Like, come on. At least he paid us with the power cell.
That's true. That's true.
So right here, Rubiks is actually unlocking Flut Flut, where if you don't get this cell early in the game, in other areas where Flut Flut is active and you can ride Flut Flut, the Flut Flut will actually not spawn unless you do this cell. So the developers were thinking about continuity there, which is pretty interesting.
Hey, we all love a bit of continuity.
That actually concerns me that there might, because one of the cutscenes in other hubs talk about Flut Flut. I wonder if you don't unlock Flut Flut, if there's a different cutscene that plays. Oh no, I'm gonna have to test this.
Please do, and please tell me the results
Oh
of that.
no, because if we find that cutscene and it's a new one, then all cutscene
Cutscenes are
runs
all
have been
void.
invalid, which has happened multiple times before actually.
Wait,
where we've
what
had
would
to
happen?
remove all runs.
Would you have to go do those cutscenes, go back, get him, and then do the cutscenes again?
I don't know.
Oh wow. If it turns out it's just an invalid category because some of the cutscenes cut themselves out.
Yeah, we might just have to delete all the runs, which, like I said, it has happened before, where we just deleted all the runs on the boards because we found another cutscene.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Well, that's happened on one occasion. The other occasion, someone made a route that actually just missed one of the cutscenes, and nobody really caught it, or it played the same cutscene twice instead of two different cutscenes.
Come on, mods.
Yeah, it was a mod who did that. I noticed it when I ran it. I was like, oh no. That was funny though. Yeah, Zombie making his way through Fire Canyon, collecting everything on the way. And
Having no issues.
Yep. I think he'll be starting the second hub world, which also has 3 levels branching off of it. Precursor Basin, Lost Precursor City, and Boggy Swamp. Which, Hub 2, it's not too bad in 100%. It's not too difficult. Basin can be really annoying, as we'll see with the moles, which I will definitely point out. They are... seems like pretty much RNG.
Yeah.
I'll explain more once Zombie gets to it. He's actually going to do a pause buffer here. So this is fun. So typically when you hit that button, a cutscene will play. And Samos and Kira will fly through the portal and a whole cutscene plays. But we just don't watch that. Basically what happens is we press the start button and pull up the HUD at the exact same time, and by doing that, for some reason, the game just gets confused. What happens is the game thinks that the game is paused because we delayed it with the HUD, which means that we can do anything we want in the game and it won't play a cutscene because it thinks it's paused.
Oh.
So by hitting that button, we can, at the end of the 2.5 seconds of the pause buffer, the game will pause so we can just save and load out of it. Simple as that. and then we don't see the cutscene.
We can. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try.
Maybe for
But I
2
think
powers.
I'll start with another power cell.
I love him.
You
I
can
just
find
love him.
90 precursor orbs for my
Everybody
research.
loves Geologist.
Fair enough.
Some people love her a little too much.
Oh, you have the
I am
orbs.
one of those.
Here's the power cell we agreed on.
Some people get very obsessed with her.
Me too.
I am not one of those people, but feel free.
Thank you. Wouldn't have stopped me. No, I'm really excited that this game's been brought to CCG. Jak and Daxter was a real big favourite of mine as a child, and it's really exciting to see it coming to life in the speedrun community, hopefully maybe even getting a little bigger. I even heard that we're going to have a community-funded prize pool.
Ooh, we are.
We are.
Has
I'm not-
that been set up?
I'm not going to spoil when that's coming out, but keep an
Okay.
eye on chat, everyone.
Yo, and we got Reese with the subscription, the Prime Gaming. Let's go. Actually, don't I have a Prime Gaming? I think I do as of yesterday.
Ooh.
It looks like I do.
And we're on our way to a hype train. Jak and Daxter popping off.
Jak community is great. You know, we're always. Oh, actually, zombies at the mall. I'm gonna hold off on the Jak community, you know, praise, because moles are awful. But he actually almost saves it. So those moles, they just don't function how they should. It's probably the most frustrating thing in a 100% run. Many times, especially if you've played it as a kid, you'll notice that as you're driving and you're pushing the mole towards the hole, he'll just run right over the hole and keep going. And you're just like, what? But I did what I was supposed to do. So,
It's never enough, though.
over a bunch of attempts, our speedrunners have figured out ways to get them to go in, but you know, it still only happens every once in a while. You know, something like what Zombie just had happen to them. They just don't go in, and it's like, okay. So
Well,
a lot
maybe
of
not the best
runs
moles.
can die to this. Oh, yep. So the mole did turn at the last second. That's because of the way Zombie was, you know, positioning his zoomer.
He may not have had the best moles, but he's definitely having a good run.
He's having a great run. I'm not sure where he is in terms of like his pace.
You know how we might be able to find out?
Checking his stream.
If you follow the races. You could see where he's up to on his splits.
Are his splits pulled up? I don't actually have his stream pulled up, so I don't know. But
I will tell you in 28 seconds.
yeah, I'm watching an ad as well. Oh, he is not running against his PB. He's running on blank splits.
Oh, that's
Interesting
so
strategy.
sneaky.
That's a good strategy though.
Loads
That
of
way you're
people do
not getting tilted because you're behind by a minute or two. You're just playing the game as fast as you can. And because he's using new splits, every single split is a gold. And I feel like that's just got to be positive. You're just thinking pure positive right there.
But you'll never know if any of them are real true gold.
Yeah, they probably aren't, but you can imagine that they are and just think you're on the run of your life.
Honestly, except for that small issue with the moles, he might be.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely on a good run. I'm not at his level, at 145 level, but I've gotten close, but so I can't really tell how good he's actually doing. Rubiks is struggling with these moles, not going the directions that he wants them to go in. So he's gonna push him right towards it, and he actually jumps in. Zombie completes purple rings, grabs the cell.
Then just has to grab all. these.
Yeah, there's 200 orbs in this level as well. This is the only like pure zoomer level where it's like a full zoomer level. There's the hub worlds, like in between the hub worlds, which is like Fire Canyon, Lava Tube, that are also zoomers, but it's not really considered zoomer level. This one's got a full 8 power cells, 200 orbs, 7 scout flies. So it's really fun. Zombies clearing these plants.
I think he's
he
missed
messed
one.
up a little bit. It is possible to get all of these plants done in one like dose of the green eco.
I have seen that done.
It has been done before. Rubiks, last time he was featured on CCG, he actually was able to get it.
Ooh.
In the
Maybe
show
we'll be able to pull it
match
up again.
between G3 and Rubiks, he was able to. Both of them were
Yo,
actually
no
able to get
way!
it.
They got G3 on here?
Yeah, G3 actually came and ran for CCG.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I heard he's like cracked at all cutscenes.
He doesn't have world record though, unfortunately. But
Well, he might be about to find out that the entire runs are invalid
True.
anyway, so...
if
can
I
feel good about that.
invalidate all of the runs and then do one run myself, I'll have world record.
Exactly. You gotta think about it like that.
Perfect. Oh, I really don't want to test that, just in fear. Oh, I really hope not.
It could just be that the devs didn't care about continuity.
I hope that they
and-
just overlooked it. I really hope so. It's gonna be such a pain to even try to test that. Oh well.
Just get a
Cutscenes
zombie
work
to do it.
Very strange. Get zombie. I don't think people want to run all cutscenes. That's kind of like the category nobody talks about in Jak speedruns.
I'm that family member.
Yeah,
Because families
people.
have the same one.
For some reason, the speedrunning community doesn't like watching an hour and a half of cutscenes during their speedruns, and I don't really understand.
It is literally the fastest you can go.
Exactly. Like, I'm not
The
losing
game
any
is
time watching
continuing for
cutscenes.
you. Yeah. You need the bathroom? Go to the bathroom. You need a drink? Get yourself a drink.
About
Like-
halfway through the run, there is a 2.5 minute cutscene, and that is typically my bathroom break.
Exactly.
It's pretty convenient. And then another 45. Ooh,
I
Rubiks
thought he was gonna
almost
miss
missed
that.
the purple ring. His head just clipped the box. Wow. Yeah, about another half hour. There's a 3-minute cutscene, so that's another break that you can take. So there's plenty
I
of
might actually
opportunities. in the
run
run.
this.
There has been one runner with no speedrunning experience that did complete an all cutscenes run. It took about 5 hours, but she was able to do it. So you could too.
I believe that I could beat that.
Ooh, it's a challenge now. Exactly, Vortex. Vortex, a former Jak and Daxter runner. He's moved on to bigger and better things.
Is there an all cutscenes 100% or is all cutscenes the 100%?
It pretty much is 100%. You have to collect 100 power cells. There is 101 power cells in the game, but you don't have to collect all the orbs.
Okay, what if you did both?
Oh wait, did Rubiks miss a plant? Oh, another one spawned as he finished it. That's unlucky. I guess you can make that category.
I would.
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
I love how ominous the Oracle sound.
Yeah. He doesn't sound like he's here to help.
He's
Like-
very much here to help. Although he does make you pay 120 orbs to save the world. So you'd think if he was really out there to help, he would just, you know, give you the power cells.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan.
Well, maybe he is the real. Maybe he's the real enemy. Yeah.
Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research.
True, they are his eyes, so I personally wouldn't give up my eyes for free. But
I would. I only have one. It's fine. They can have the other.
I guess then you can just call Mr. Beast or something.
Yeah, true. But yes, Zombie is super fast. Zombie is literally on an amazing run. I haven't
he's
really seen much
playing
happen
incredible.
here.
So actually, Zombie just completed the last part of the blue stage cutscene skip that we did at the very beginning, where we pause buffered on the button. Very subtly. Zombie missed the death warp, unfortunate. I'd say that lost him a few seconds. So, no longer a good run. He lost like 3 seconds. Oh, Zombie's doing the old route. So this is not actually the most updated route, but it is kind of safer. Oh.
Well, in a run, I don't blame him, to be honest.
It's not too unsafe. The new route, you actually do a clip out of bounds. You'll see a couple of out of bounds here in LPC, which is not too common in 100% runs, but LPC is one of the levels that we actually do some out of bounds glitches.
Ooh.
So Zombie and Rubiks will actually be doing different routes here in LPC. Wait,
Ooh,
maybe not.
Top.
Maybe not. Okay, so he's just doing it a little differently. So he is still doing a new route, but he just did it slightly differently. Typically, you would get the stuff in that first room. You would do that last. But he actually does it first. And then on the way back. Okay.
So he's got a
That's
new
not too bad.
route?
I think this is a little slower still. But I guess it's easier to do well. The most optimized route is a little difficult, but it doesn't lose too much time the way he's doing it. I thought he was just not going to do button clip, but I guess he will. Alright, Rubiks is loading out a basin. He's gonna go talk to Oracle, buy some cells, talk to Geologist, buy one of her cells. Actually, not buy her cell. Get the cell for hurting the moles. And then he'll be on his way to LPC as well. So I'll explain Blue Stage cutscene skip.
Yeah.
What happens is, so as I mentioned, you hit the button which should play the cutscene, but it never actually does because the game thinks that it's paused. Unfortunately, the cutscene is still active in that if you go back into the hut, it will play the cutscene. It will still play it because it still knows that you haven't watched it, but you should have. So it'll just try to play it. So what runners have to do is every time they're near the hut, they have to either pause buffer to get away from it or move the camera outside of the range of the hut. So as Rubiks, as you'll see what he's going to do right here, he's going to make his way to LPC, but he'll keep his camera left away from the hut that's on the top right. So he's gonna put his camera the other direction. He's gonna like move left, just like what he's doing here. If he moves the camera too far and it gets too close to the hut, the cutscene will play.
That's very cool. And this is a similar mechanic in some of the games, and I know it's probably the bane of everyone's life.
It's not too difficult as long as you remember to turn your camera there. Because if you don't turn your camera, it's very likely that you hit that. Ooh, zombie with the death there.
Ooh.
It's not too bad. He spawns really close, but
Yeah.
few
But when he
seconds.
was on that run, like...
Yeah, I mean, this isn't even a good run. It just reset. Actually, you know what? If he resets, he still has a better chance of winning because Rubiks actually cannot complete a 100% run right now.
Oh yeah,
It's
so
soft locked
Rubiks
the
is, yeah.
cell. So
I thought that was the biggest dig, but no, that's entirely factual.
yeah, it's actually, unless Rubiks finishes right now or resets right now and goes.
True.
I'm glad Rubiks is just playing it out, giving some entertainment to us.
Well, I'm certainly entertained.
It helps Rubiks, you know, and he's getting some, you know, free practice basically. I mean, it
Well-
definitely would have been difficult for Rubiks to beat Zombie at the rate that Zombie's doing it now.
Oh, Rubik's taking a death.
Unfortunate. That area right there is actually notoriously one of the most difficult parts in Hundo, is not taking damage there. That lurker, whose name is Larry, by the way, his name is Larry.
Larry the
He
Lurker.
is notoriously very annoying, just because he's always in the way.
I can see that we have some Larry haters in chat too.
Sloth does not like Larry either.
Based opinion.
Yeah, there's a couple of other of those lurkers. Larry Jr. is another one. He's not as bad.
I'll have you know, his comedy is completely knocked off.
Alright, Zombie is going to... Oh, never mind. He was on his way to complete the button clip, but he just missed the boosted. So now he'll just hit this button, go up the casual way. Come on. Do you even call yourself a speedrunner? So he's gonna grab this cell. He's not doing too bad. There's a lot of boosteds in this room.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hit this button again, and when the button pops up, he's gonna jump at the exact same time and jump over the invisible wall on his left. So he jumps over the wall, lands on the platform, punches off, and grabs this cell that's just floating in the water.
I love a good out of bounds bounce boost.
Yeah, this is a great strategy. What actually happens there, you're supposed to get that cell by lifting the submarine in the air. You open the submarine, lift it, and you collect it above ground in Rock Village. But because that's slower, we're like,
Yes.
no, we're just gonna collect it now because it's still active. So that's pretty cool.
No!
Ooh, did Zombie just die?
The zombie just died again.
So he's attempting puzzle skip right here. This is another out of bounds glitch. I would say normally not too difficult, but it takes a little bit of precise movement. You gotta get high enough to jump through the wall, swim on nothing, jump into this little area, and grab the cell.
Oh wow.
Yep, and that
Okay.
opens the door. It skips having to complete the puzzle, which is lighting up all of those platforms. You basically have to touch each platform once, and that's the puzzle there. And now is where the speed part. Zombie punched backwards into the Dark Eco and sent himself backwards super far into the run. Oh, he did leave the scout fly. Okay. So now he's already back at the beginning, even though he was just like halfway through the level. And now he is at the elevator to go back up. And Rubiks takes a death in the same spot that Zombie did.
Oh god.
So right now, Zombie is going to perform what's called fish skip. And it's basically, he's going to try to get to Boggy, but normally if you try to swim to Boggy, the fish will eat you. So by boosting where he did right there, the fish spawns way behind him and it can't catch him. But if you go right for that plank, the fish is likely going to eat you. There are many different ways to do that skip and get the fish to spawn in different locations, but yeah, that's pretty much the safest one. And now he's on a Boggy. Oh. These thorns
Okay.
can be fun. Little trampolines.
I don't believe that is thorn physics, but
That's physics. Have you ever jumped on a set of thorns?
unfortunately, yes. Not on my will, but yes.
Oh. Did you bounce around?
No.
Oh, and Rubiks takes a death on the second slide. Ugh. Now he's got to go all the way and do the entire slide again.
Oh gosh.
Nobody likes second slide. It's just annoying.
You know what else is
Why did
annoying?
Zombie take... Oh, he probably just wanted to reset his health. There's a checkpoint right there, and he was annoyed at being at 1 health, so he just decided to take damage.
That's fair.
That's one way to
But-
do it.
Do you know what does annoy me?
When people don't follow CCG.
No. When Seren starts a joke and doesn't finish it.
Oh, I was going to, mention it, but I didn't. Especially because I already know the punchline, but I think I already know the punchline. What did the fish say when he swam into a wall?
I know the joke too, but you still
What
need
a
to finish
joke.
your jokes. Oh.
Oh, Zombie got caught in the thorns, but he didn't get the trampoline thorns, which is nice.
Yeah, because he had real thorn physics.
Yeah, when you jump on, thorns, when you jump in like lava, the game will try to bounce you into the nearest standpoint, but sometimes it can't exactly get you to the nearest standpoint, so it bounces you around it, and then you bounce on something else until you bounce to the nearest standpoint, and it can be pretty strange. But that physics right there is actually how Rubiks, no, the blue eco ran out, killed his momentum, and he ended up falling. But that bouncing physics is actually how any percent has its, main trick, which is Fire Canyon skip, where you bounce, just like he was bouncing on those thorns, you bounce all the way across Fire Canyon at the very beginning of the game. The difficult part is as we said, as I was saying, that the game will try to bounce you to the nearest standpoint, is that you have to avoid all standpoints in Fire Canyon, and that's where the difficulty comes in to it. But yeah, that trick alone saves like 8 minutes.
Wow.
Rubiks finally getting out of this area.
Probably relieved too. Probably
Yeah.
the same for Zombie though. Zombie's probably glad to be out of there.
Yeah, well, I guess we can't see Zombie's pace. I don't think Rubiks he doesn't seem to be on the best pace. Oh, he misses the boost as well. He tried to do the boosted with Blue Eco, which is much more difficult. Blue Eco makes you faster, and because you need to be at walking speed,
Yeah.
there's actually only one speed that works with Blue Eco, and it's the slowest possible speed. So if you're going slightly faster, you actually can't get the boosted.
Oh.
Zombie in chat saying that he hates Boggy. Everyone
I
hates
think
Boggy.
everyone. Yeah, I was gonna say all my homies hate Boggy right now.
It's just so much unintentional damage. You just take damage everywhere and lose time. Oh, he got out a little early.
You know what I can't bear?
What's that?
When Saren doesn't finish his joke.
I was waiting for him to finish it. I like you say you can't bear because the joke. That's a good pun.
See, someone likes my puns.
That was a great pun.
Thank
I love
you.
puns myself, so I'm pun connoisseur, as some people would say.
I put the dad in dad jokes.
Love to hear it. I have a reputation of being very punny.
Oh. It's not
Ooh,
great for
Zombie falls off there trying to get the Scoutfly. He's got to go back and do this whole section. There are some ways to get up a little quicker, but they're really annoying. Rubiks is still having trouble with button clip, but he finally gets it. Just gets over the wall. Ooh, I thought he spun too early. Finally gets the cell. Now he's gonna make his way out of LPC. A gummy bear. Ah. Thanks for replying to him. I'm sure he was waiting for that. It's like what, 2 a.m. for him? 3?
It's 3 a.m. for me.
Oh man. Ooh, Rubiks with the water hop or the wet feet.
Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful
I don't
smoke?
think I can explain wet feet
On these here
currently.
parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
I'm gonna ask you to try.
Okay,
Judging by the
basically,
smell, I'd wager your bathtub
the game
stunk
gets
a month long
confused.
ago.
What's a bathtub?
Are you trying to get our entire
Well, I
chat
got bigger problems
wasted?
now. Seems so
Yes,
nasty and
that's what
hurting
I'm known
mom
for,
and
by the
grousing
way.
about snacks and everything.
I don't know if you know that some of chat did start a drinking game on how many times you'd say confused.
I did hear that. I did see that.
We're nigh on to a coon's age.
Yes, I'm
Putting out
notorious
snacks.
for saying the game gets confused.
Swamp
Oh,
rats
well,
keep
that
stealing
okay?
them.
Does that count?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that counts.
Yes.
Okay, sorry guys, if you're actually doing the drinking game, there's 2 drinks back to back.
Will you help me out?
So wet feet, airplane. It's got a couple different names.
All them rats. Keep 'em from eating at least
For
one
some reason, if you touch certain bodies of water,
Get 'em! Over there! Get 'em!
if you touch certain bodies of water, there becomes oh, that was really unfortunate. He went to high jump and he bounced off of the platform above him and launched into the water. A certain plane, a plane, a certain plane, invisible plane along the air will just form. And if you touched water, and when you fall down and hit that plane, you get a standpoint for a partial second. So what you can actually do is you can jump from this standpoint. It is used in a couple different areas, but the one Rubiks did, the one Rubiks did, he going for fish skip here. He misses it, but he was able to get back to the platform in time. Also, Zombie's doing the worst thing in Jak. In all 6 games of Jak, this game. But yeah, wet feet, you can go across really long distances by boosting and then doing another uppercut when you hit this invisible plane that just happens because you touch the fountain in Sandover. And oh, Zombie is so close. If one of those rats eats a cupcake, it's over. Like, he has to restart the entire 2.5 minute minigame.
Oh.
But he got through it. What I am excited is we're gonna count every single failed rats minigame. And I have a feeling that there could be 10 fails. Because it's actually difficult.
I'm hoping not.
Even as a speedrunner, it's difficult. And might be the most stressful part of this entire run. Is just doing rats.
Well, that, yeah. What do you say when you fail rats?
A lot of people, they not non PG words.
No, they say rats.
Yeah, no, people don't say that. They're too angry to say that. Ooh, Saren has literally never failed rats. Well, we'll see about that.
Rubiks.
Rubiks must be doing an all cutscenes run, watching all of the death cutscenes. Sorry, that was mean.
It was.
It's fine. He lives like 30 minutes away from me. He can, he knows where I live.
Okay, hopefully we'll have a better time here.
Zombie taking this area safe and just blowing everything up.
I see no issues with that. I would have done the same thing.
I do the exact same thing. If I'm on 1 health, I don't take any risks. I just blow everything up. So Zombie right now, he's going to do Boulder Skip, which is actually skips the 45 power cell requirement to continue. He has the 45 power cells, so it's still faster to do this. But you just jump on this rock and get around the boulder.
Oh,
And
nice.
Claw will just disappear, just like that. Because
Hi.
typically Claw would run away when he watched the Blue Eco Machine cutscene, but since you never watch it, he doesn't go away.
Well, he does, just more.
But then, yep, he just disappears when you get close to him. It's like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here.
He's like, hey.
So, what's cool about this route is that we actually haven't finished Hub 2 yet. We're doing the boss at the end of Hub 2, but we haven't finished Hub 2, and he's actually going to go back after defeating Claw. Rubiks missing a couple orbs. He's going to defeat Claw, and then he's going to go back into Rock Village. And what this does, one of the cutscenes with the warrior, Gladiator, a couple different names, it is the second longest cutscene in the game, 2.5 minutes. That's the first break that you get in all cutscenes. If you defeat Claw, it skips that cutscene. So that is why the speedrunners will go defeat Claw and then go back down into Rock Village and talk to him and buy the cell that he has.
Okay.
So yeah, so that is a really nice, really nice
2.5
cutscene.
minute time save.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes is not fun to watch.
From the old cutscene.
Ooh, and see where Zombie's about to do. So this is not intended, as you might be able to expect. He's zooming in, so you can't really tell. But typically you're supposed to be on those 3 platforms, dodging those boulders that Claw's firing at you.
Yes.
But with the yellow eco, he is able to perform what is called a quad jump. He can double jump, shoot the eco, which gives you a height boost as well, and then spin, which grabs this grass ledge, and he can just watch the fight from there.
Yo, welcome in, Outrageous Josh, bringing us 101 party goers. How we doing? We have got a Jak and Daxter race between Rubiks and Zombie. Having a fantastic time. Thank you so much, Outrageous Josh. I hope you enjoy all the Jak and Daxter action.
So Josh is one of the top Jak 1 runners, if you are not aware. He didn't join this tournament though, which... shame.
Are you shaming him live?
Yes, 100%. He deserves it.
We do not advocate for bullying here at CCG.
Fine. If I actually want to shame him, I can ask Josh what he got in Misty All Cells. Or I should ask how many attempts it took him.
Well,
I know he was.
We do not advocate bullying on CCG, so we're going to be nice to our new raiders.
And Josh has been here before. Alright. Alright, Zombie is finishing up the last power cells here in Rock Village, and then he's gonna head back through Claw, while Rubiks starts the second boggy rats game of the tournament. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on completions.
I hope so. You were saying there was going to be 10 fails.
I think that's a valid prediction.
I'm going to say first time every time.
First time every time. Well, now I'm going to intentionally fail it in my race, just for you.
I don't know if you could hear that or the non-copyright filter took it out, but Hello Darkness, my old friend, was playing very loud then.
I did not hear that.
And yes, thank you so much. Please do remember to follow CCG. We are coming up to 3,000 followers. Woo. Super exciting. So be part of the first 3,000.
Everybody follow.
Otherwise they'll never let me out.
Chill. G-Dot. Everybody. Alright, zombies starting the last... Or, I totally forgot about the zoomer section when I was pointing them out earlier. This is Mountain Pass. Another short zoomer section in between Hub 2 and Hub 3. This one actually has a lot of skips, surprisingly, in a level with, well, I guess 2 power cells in this area. Or 3. You have one at the very end, one for getting all 7 scout flies, and one called backwards cells, what we call it, which is like a secret cell. Where a zombie is now, you're supposed to grab a yellow ego and shoot a boulder. Nope, not done yet.
No, but he's doing so well.
This is the hard phase. He's on 3rd phase now. Where you're supposed to grab yellow eco and shoot a boulder to collect the cell, but that is very... Oh, yes, he's going for stalagmite hops. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, he does not get it. So that is one of the more difficult tricks to grab that cell fast. There are backups to it, which I'm sure he'll do. How you're supposed to do casually...
Let's go!
2 for
Rubiks,
2.
my man!
2 for 2.
You didn't believe in the heart of the cards. You didn't believe in the heart of the cards, but Rubiks
I just didn't
did.
believe in Rubiks. I don't know, that's just...
My heart aches. My heart aches.
Alright, so now Zombie's gonna make his way back on foot to grab this cell. Which is the slowest way to get, or I guess 2nd slowest way to get it. The slowest way is going all the way to Snowy Mountain, activating yellow eco, then taking the zoomer all the way back. Oh, he misses the boosted. He's got to roll all the way back. That mistake alone right there, that mistake might be his most costly mistake this entire run so far.
Really?
It's been like that good. I'm still not sure what a good pace is, but he's definitely on one.
He's pacing. But like, there's definitely now been a few mistakes where we can say he's probably gotten past the could this PB jitters. He's probably just settling into a run.
We're not
going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Do you not know the rules?
Oh, I don't care.
Look what's happening right now.
Yeah, maybe that's my fault. This skip is annoying. Oh, he's doing it casually. Ooh, he must struggle with this skip a lot. So he's gonna go pretty far around and do this from a different direction, which is safe to do, but it does lose quite a bit of time. And we give Rubiks a chance to catch up. And well, I guess Rubiks still can't win, but. For those who just joined from Josh's chat, Rubiks failed the cutscene skip at the end of FJ and soft locked that cell, so he cannot finish 100%. But he's just running for fun. Alright, Zombie grabs the cell. He's on the volcanic crater. Now, this is one of the more difficult skips in 100%. Maybe even the most difficult. That is kind of mandatory. He's going to pause over, hit this cutscene, and die in the lava. Just like that. First try. Nice and easy. So that trick is similar to the Blue Sage cutscene skip, where you pause buffer and hit the button, but instead of save loading, that wouldn't work because your camera is always going to be inside of the area to play the cutscene still, since it would still be active. So what happens is at the end of that 2.5 seconds while it's buffered, as he dies, the cutscene starts to play, and because he dies, the cutscene gets skipped.
Yeah.
So now it's just skipped.
Nice.
Nice and easy. But in non technical terms, like I just said, the game just gets confused.
Trying to ruin everyone's life up in here. Anyone go work in the morning? You ain't going.
I noticed those people that said that they were going to drink every time haven't typed in chat. So I hope they're doing okay.
I hope you're okay. And it does look like he either doesn't know the backup or maybe he's not securing it.
So I know. So as of what he did, I don't know the backup. Do you just mean like opening the menu and checking something? Because both of them like opened the menu, looked, and then save loaded to Sandover. Yeah, both of them looked, so I thought they might have both gotten it, but Rubiks might not have known what to look for. So, yeah. Maybe Rubiks he was mistaken. He thought he knew, but yeah. And one thing about this tournament is both of these runners are on PS2, which is the original console. Yeah. But last year, this game was ported to PC by a team called the Open Goal team. So there are various runners in this tournament, including me, that will run in this tournament on Open Goal on PC. And that cutscene skip for Fisherman at the end of FJ is actually not possible on Open Goal. So that is one area that PS2 actually has an advantage over Open Goal, but Open Goal also loads quicker, so it gets a little bit of time back there. I believe overall PS2 is about 10 seconds faster.
Oh, okay.
Over the course of the, hour and 45-minute run.
Yes.
So it's pretty even. That's why we decided to allow both versions of the game to be run in this tournament. That it's close enough, it shouldn't make a difference.
And if I lose by 10 seconds,
if I lose by 10 seconds to a PS2 runner, I'm calling a rematch.
Yeah.
Zombie cruising through Spider Cave.
I have been transfixed this entire Spider Cave. I'm not I'm not even joking. You can't see me, but I'm like so close to the screen that it's not healthy.
Ooh, he gets a little boosted there. If he would have spun there, he would have fallen off the edge and died. But luckily, he had the reaction to not spin after that boosted. There are times where you just get an unintentional boosted, and it's really annoying because you just don't expect it. All right, Rubiks fails boulder skip. Not too bad. He can just swim back and try again. Loses about 14 seconds every attempt. It's a deep extended.
I also love
Perfect.
Jake and Daxter. It's a pretty good game.
Drake and Daxter.
No, Drake and Daxter.
Daxter.
Yeah.
Josh and Josh.
Don't you remember them on Nintendo? On Nickelodeon?
Oh yeah, Nintendo. Close enough.
Yeah, but it will be.
Alright, zombies going. Drake and Josh on Nintendo. I'm sure is there a Nintendo video game for that?
My Nintendo too.
I think there's a PS2. Isn't there a PS2 Drake and Josh game? I'm pretty sure there is.
I want to know the guy who's feeling
feel like
there is. Am I wrong? Does he not sound
I know there's an iCarly one, so there's gotta be a Drake and Josh one.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest. Josh is a psychopath. I'm not gonna get into it, but I'll send you a YouTube video if you want.
What's funny is that the runner that just rated us, his name is Josh, so this is so you just saying Josh is a psychopath is so true.
Why are comms so spicy? I'm just trying to watch some Jak and Dax.
Welcome to the Jak community, by the way.
I love it. I love it.
No remorse. Zombie clearing up this room. This room has, I think, 116 orbs in it. It's got a ton of orbs, so it's easy to miss some, but we've calculated a good enough route to grab them all. With the blue eco, he's going to collect some of these orbs. No, he's not.
And apparently the Drake and Josh game is on DS.
DS. Okay, so it is Nintendo.
Hey, let's go! She's right even when she's wrong. Listen, everyone.
She knew.
She knew.
Zombie just going through, grabbing the last of the orbs. And then he's going to do... Actually, this is the most difficult thing in Hundo, which is not mandatory, but if you don't do this, you actually can't do Spider Cave first, and you have to do Snowy Mountain first. Ooh. So this is one thing that is very difficult, but it's
Rubiks.
kind of required for this route. Oh, Rubiks also failing. Oh. There he goes.
Let's go!
Yeah, that wall is weird. It's not really meant to be, you know, jumped with Jak. It's supposed to be a zoomer, but... Alright, so what Zombie's going to do is he's going to carry this yellow eco all the way through the baby spider cave to break the 2 orb crates. Normally, after you finish Snowy, this little platform on the ground right there, that will be a yellow orb vent. Oh, he gets it perfect. Not even close. That'll be a yellow orb vent, so you would, or yellow eco vent, so you'd easily be able to collect all of the all of those boxes. But by that little skip right there, and just Rubiks does not get the skip. He doesn't die, so he has to reload. He just has to reload every attempt. It's not too bad.
It's not the worst thing in the world. You could just watch the cutscene at this point.
Alright, he's gonna go for it again. Oh, he bonks on the door again. He's gotta load again. That's the tricky part, is you only have 2.5 seconds to get into that lava. And I think it takes like 2.1, 2.2 seconds to get there. So you almost have no leeway.
Reminds me of Honey Skip.
I'm not sure what that is.
Honey Skip is in SMS. You have to die on the frame the cutscene begins.
Oh. Looks like he gets it.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's not quite that precise, but it can feel like it sometimes.
Yeah, no, we
the movement's tricky. Especially because the camera in that hut is not pointed in the right direction, so you're punching towards the door completely blind.
Yeah.
You can't actually see where you're going. You just have to, you know, remember, you know, the exact angle that you should be punching at. Oh.
Oh.
Welcome to Jak and Daxter. The physics on these rails are very fun. They don't make sense. You can just go right through one of those mine carts. You can just phase right through it, and yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Please, Rubiks, cease. Desist.
Mine carts are fun. All right, Zombie's on to Snowy Mountain. He is now officially 1 level ahead of Rubiks.
Can we have a Sag for Rubiks right now? It is Sag.
You know, I think Rubiks can still PB where he's at. I think if he has a really nice Spider Cave, Snowy Mountain, I think. Oh wait,
he's soft locked.
Yeah, he's soft locked. He can mentally PB where he knows he beat his time because he really he actually technically is a little slower than if he did get the skip because he had to watch a longer cutscene because he didn't get the skip. Oh, so this is a tricky I almost said tricky trick. That's funny. So you're supposed to get onto that ledge, but you're not supposed to on foot. Yeah. But if you do just precise enough movement, you could just grab that ledge there.
Wall kicks will work.
So that That is a pretty... Yeah, that's difficult, but as you saw, he died multiple times and he spawned right there. So luckily there's not much penalty in dying. If there was, that would be pretty rough. Rough trick. That's not too bad. So the first time we saw Flut was in Boggy, and she just stayed in her, normal area where she was intended, and then we died to get off of her, as the developers intended. Well, not really dying to get off of her, but
Yeah.
we didn't really break the game with Flut there. However, in Snowy Mountain, it's a different story. He's doing a couple of these things on foot, but the rest of Snowy Mountain will be done on Flut.
Nice.
Against the developer's intentions.
Well, I think everything should be done in mind of keeping all animals for as long as possible.
I like that. So typically what Zombie's doing here, this is the only part that Flut is supposed to be needed for. Go across these and grab the cell that he did that skip, where he had to jump down to that platform. But he already grabbed that cell, so he's not going to do that Flut. So now he dies, gets back on Flut. He's going to hit this invisible wall here, and then just go around it.
Nice.
Jump out of bounds, just go around it. So now he can use Flut throughout this entire level, and a different level. If he gets a skip properly.
Flut is, from what I'm hearing, OG.
Flut is the best thing in the game.
Good.
This is why many speedrunners have Snowy Mountain as their favorite level. Just because it's just fun. It's fun with Flut. It's a lot faster. You're moving super fast. You can fly basically.
Yeah.
Ooh, Zombie does not get the cutscene skip, but that's not too bad. You can actually deload the cutscene there. Oh, he misses one of the orb vents. So he has to climb back to the top, grab the blue eco to open that last orb vent. How those orb vents work is, all the orbs are, 20 or so orbs. Was it 25 in each of these? I don't remember. As the orb thing is coming down, if Flut is stuck under it, he actually cannot get out. So if you just sit there under the orb vent with Flut and the thing lands on top of you, you can't get out, and you have to actually lose Flut and save load out.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, every runner does it at least once.
Nope.
Yeah.
I would go all the way back for Flut.
Oh, most runners do, because it's actually just that much faster to go out of your way to get Flut again, just to do the rest of the route. Alright, now this island that he's coming up to is notorious for a lot of deaths, because it's made of ice. And Flut does not like ice physics. If you're holding a direction on the stick while ground pounding onto ice, you will fly in that direction super far. But if you hold the stick at neutral and don't move it, then Flut doesn't fly super far. So it's pretty safe, but it's still scary. That's a very scary level. Yep, as Dr. Rockstein said, most annoying place in the game, and for many people it is. Alright, so he's still making his way on Flut, just flying through the levels. No problem.
I've got closer and closer to the screen as this commentary has gone on, and I apologize to Seren for the audio issues that I've probably caused.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, he misses a skip. So now he has to do this on foot. I wonder if he chooses to go back to get Flut though, because he still can. This is faster, just grab on foot since you're already right here. But he's actually going to clip through the ceiling right here, and he'll be pretty close to Flut. He didn't quite get the clip right there, but he can do it a different way. He's just going to infinitely jump against the wall. Just Jak and Daxter things.
Yeah.
I think the developers intended this. Oh, he clipped out! Oh no! I've never actually seen someone do that. Oh, he's still gonna go back up. He just has to wait a little longer.
I know, it's just Flut.
I hope he go. I'm sure he's gonna go for Flufflet because it's super super quick. He's right there to the straight ahead. Yeah, he's going right for him, right for her.
Yay!
Just quick uppercut across the entire bridge. Just not a boosted, but it's a weird ice physics thing. Got Flufflet again, and this is especially helpful because of a certain skip that he's going to do at the end of Snowy Mountain, where they took the gondola to get up into Snowy, and typically you'd have to take the gondola back down, but Zombie's just going to jump down.
Nice.
It's a little more complicated than that, but that's essentially how it works.
I'm happy with that.
Trick is there's the death plane to usually stop you from jumping down, but it only extends so far. So with Flut, you can actually jump past the death plane, but you
That's
also
very
have
cool.
to hit a checkpoint plane. Oh,
Ah.
Rubiks takes a death there. I don't think he got the second box, but he did get the first.
No!
Oh, Zombie, no!
Get Flop!
He's going to get Flut. Perfect. I love it. Just going back to get Flufflet just because it still might be faster.
Good. If
Rubiks
anyone does
takes
this
another
section
death.
without Flop, I will disqualify them.
I like it.
I don't have the power to do that, but I'll unofficially do it. I'll tell everyone that it happened.
I could just ban them from the community if you want.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is why you make friends in high places, everyone.
Exactly.
He missed one, I think.
He's going to be coming back down this mountain, so
Ah.
he'll just get these orbs later. There's actually a cell that just spawned behind him, but he's going to go grab this last power cell by killing this lurker here.
Kills everyone.
He has to kill all those guys he doesn't have to, but by killing all those guys, the trooper, the glacier trooper, I think he's technically called, he jumps off his machine, so you can actually damage him then.
Nice.
He jumps down, and here is just where you're hoping that it says 200 out of 200 orbs. Oh, Rubiks takes another death. He's right here. 200
Let's
out of
go!
200. Perfect. Can grab this last scout fly, and he's going to go for gondola skip. I didn't mention the checkpoint skip, or the checkpoint plane. It's directly under this death plane, so he's going to jump out and then pull back in to hit the checkpoint. Jumps past the death. Oh, he doesn't get it.
No!
It seemed like he was a little aimed too far left. Oh, he's still going for it. Thank you, Zombie. He's going to show it off. There is a way to do it on foot. It's a very different way, but it's not as fun. It's more fun with foot.
Yeah.
At
You
this
can
point,
only
it
do this
probably
with
is slower to do it on flut, but who cares?
He's the homie. And he's won anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, you got nothing to lose. I'm gonna assume Rubiks got all of the orbs in Spider Cave.
He did, yes. I did see him get
Okay,
that
cool.
fancy 200.
Alright, zombie attempt number 2. So he's gonna pull back, gets it, and he's gonna jump into this cave right where he conveniently needs to go and watch a cutscene.
Nice.
So the
Let's
one
go.
thing in cutscenes, obviously they're kind of like pre-rendered or whatever, so
He'll just appear where he's supposed to be.
yeah, Flufflet's not actually there in this cutscene, but you'll notice that after he buys all 4 of these minor cells, which they take forever, by the way, they're actually slightly faster on Flufflet than on foot, but that's beside the point. Once he leaves, you're going to notice something weird about Flufflet. I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
You haven't seen a Jak speed run where they do gondola skip.
No,
Flufflet
I've
just
not.
looks a little different in Volcanic Crater.
Okay.
Mostly
I'm
because she's
ready.
not supposed to be there.
Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too?
He makes a point.
All right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs.
It's not pre-rendered, but You know what I mean, Zed. It's essentially in that the cutscene's already played out. It's not like it's gonna render flut in the cutscene. That's what I mean. Zed is a stickler for everything technical about Jak and Daxter.
I like that. Zed, you want to be a homie?
Oh,
I want to
don't
learn a lot about it.
encourage him.
I will. I'm going to. Oh, first time for Rubiks though.
First
That was
try.
a really nice
and
first
easy.
try. Really nice jump down.
All right, grabbing this last power cell, and then we're gonna notice something a little strange about Flufflet. She actually got some superpowers during Gondola Skip.
Oh,
Can you guess what the superpower is?
fire.
No.
Flies with no wings.
You can kind of see it there.
She's invincible. Oh, she's invisible!
New
What if you lose
superpower.
her? How do you find her again? Like, if you get off, does she disappear?
You actually cannot get off.
Oh, that's
You have to die in order to get off, which is what Zombie will be doing. Likely.
Seek the pure light.
Or Zombie could just save load. Or just load. He might just load because he's on full health.
To kill him anyway.
Power cells, but
Just load, Zombie, so you don't kill Flut. How about that?
But it's still kind of killing Flut.
power cell.
You're just getting rid of her. You see, the problem with taking Flut into an area she's not supposed to be is that if Spider Cave or any other level were to load, the game would just hard lock.
Oh
So,
shit! Not even
so he kind of has to load and get rid of Flut.
Thank
unfortunately.
you.
Yes, you
I don't
could
know if
die.
you can hear me, but like, if you did, thank you.
I hope so. But yeah, that is Zombie finishing up Volcanic Crater. It's gonna head to Lava Tube, grab those 50 orbs, and head to the last level of the game.
Whoop whoop.
Messing around. I think that's him confirming that he can hear you.
Let's go.
Some Jack runners have a little way of talking to the commentators in game. So if you ever see a Jack runner just crouching up and down like repeatedly, just like basically repeatedly crouching and standing still, that's them telling you that they're mad.
Oh.
So they will like if they miss a skip or something, they'll stand still, just crouch a few times, and then keep going. That's their that's the communication that says, oh, they messed up and they're mad about it.
Well, Zombie said no Fluts have been hurt in the making of this speedrun, which I very much appreciate.
But I'm pretty sure Zombie died on Flut multiple times.
He died as well as Flut. He didn't like harm.
True. They died
Like-
together.
Yeah, the Flut didn't just get left alone to perish while he continued on with the speedrun.
It wasn't like a Yoshi jump where you just throw him
Yeah, like I
into
get
the
so
void.
mad at that stuff. I get so mad. Like, right, we're not gonna get me started on.
I think
the way
the
people treat
developers,
Yoshis.
Kind of wanted to avoid that by making it impossible to get off of Flut. Ooh, Rubiks having a little bit of trouble. The part with this ice island is those barriers, if you hit them, they will just knock you a certain direction.
Like that?
Just like that.
No.
And there's almost nothing you can do to stop it. So he's gonna do the rest of this on foot.
What?
Zombie-
Get Flut.
Just
Rubiks.
die there? I'm sure Rubiks will go back later. I hope so. Okay, so Zombie I think just wanted to reset. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Aslov, yeah.
But we're not talking about it.
Talking about what?
Exactly.
Flut? Yeah,
no,
he's gonna
we
go
always
back and
talk
get
about
Flut.
Flut. Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about Flut.
Every day for the rest of my life.
So Rubiks is gonna skip this whole room by just kind of bouncing into the wall and
we
jumping
hope.
up. Took a little bit of damage, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't Comcast this close.
Zombie just throwing his yellow eco everywhere.
I would do the same thing. Why not? If you got
Not
it,
exactly
throw
going
it.
the fastest route, but it's fine. Only loses like a second. No big deal,
NBD, as the kids say.
as the kids say.
Yeah.
Aslav's one of those kids. He's like 13 years old, 14. He's also
people
the
in the
world
chat.
record holder in every single category in Jak 1, so
No
I can't really make
fuck.
fun of him.
No way.
Yes, that
No way.
Aslav has the world record sweep right now in Jak 1.
Aslav, you're a homie.
And I don't have sub 1. Sub 1, no LTS. Ooh, Zombie just misses this cutscene skip. He's gonna do another
I was
pause
gonna say,
buffer,
you
hit the
didn't-
button, and then die. And nice and easy. Ooh, Rubiks almost dies, but he grabs Flufflet again.
Yeah, he does.
Good job,
I was
Rubiks.
gonna say.
Oh,
if
this
you
is a fun
didn't-
skip. Sorry, 1 second. Zombie, he's gonna pause buffer and die. And he's at the end of the level.
Nice.
So if this wasn't 100%, he would pause buffer the cell and go up to final boss and just skip the entire level.
Yo, that's pretty sick.
So he had the pause buffer first. Ooh, I don't think he wanted to do that. He had a pause buffer and roll off and die because there's a cutscene that starts right there at the intro of Citadel. But because he pause buffered and died, it skipped the cutscene like we've done, multiple other
Yeah.
cutscenes. But in early versions of the game, in the first 2 versions of the game, technically, what happened was just a developer mistake, where at the end of the cutscene, the checkpoint was set to the top of Citadel for some reason. So if you were to because we just died at the end of the cutscene, it technically gives us that checkpoint, and because we died, we respawn at that checkpoint, which is the end of the Citadel.
So what I'm hearing is speedrunners got a Jax developer sack.
Yeah, maybe. So what ended up happening is we definitely, I think there was enough of a problem with that where people, not even speedrunners, where people would go into this Citadel, they would watch this cutscene, and then they would like save. They would save and come back another time and try to beat the level another day or whatever. But since they saved at the end of the cutscene, they would just spawn at the top.
Let's go, Rubiks!
Hey! Oh, but Rubiks, no, he landed in the void. So he kind of got Gondola skip. He skipped Gondola, but he didn't quite land in Volcanic Crater. So he has to load out, or else he would be dying infinitely.
Oh.
Zombie just hard locked.
No way.
So on PlayStation 2, because we get that cell at the very top of Citadel first,
Yeah.
all of the other cells, if you watch that cutscene, it will actually crash because you're not supposed to watch
But you
the
can
very
just load
top
up like
cutscene
nothing happened,
first.
right?
Yeah, this is still fine. It's still valid run because he's still on the same save file.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I was gonna say, if we've got a double DQ, I don't think I can handle it.
That would have been amazing. Technically, the run would still be going. They would just both have to reset.
I think we'd call it a tie.
But how do we do a tie in a tournament?
We throw you against them both. If you
Oh,
don't
great.
win,
Well,
you get
I
kicked
could-
out.
Wait, what? I could
What?
maybe beat Rubiks, but I don't think I can beat Zombie.
Well, you gotta beat
So,
both
yeah.
of them or you removed from the tournament. Come on, G3.
Oh, great. I guess that just gives me more time to commentate, right?
True.
So
Are you gonna be
Zombie, yeah. So
joining us
Zombie's
in
right
the
back.
commentating box, Mark?
I would like to. If I have
Let's go.
time, I definitely want to.
It's
Yeah,
very
Zombie's
fun.
right back in the level.
What's the bracket like? Stacked.
You can check it out. I would say Vertex, there's 3 runners that have a chance at winning it all. That's just
Everyone
being
has
honest.
a chance.
I mean, we're running against Aslav. It's really only Aslav is going to win. Everybody's pretty much just like everybody knows Aslav's going to win. He has the world record. Mike is close where he could. Ooh, Zombie with an extra jump there. You didn't really want that. These Blue Eco platforms can be a little glitchy sometimes. If you spam X on one of them, the rest will like once you jump to the other one, it'll automatically jump for you. It's kind of weird, but yeah, Mike is probably the closest competitor. He was supposed to die there.
Yeah, no,
He
I
grabbed the
realized
last
when
one, okay.
yeah, when I like it was as he hit the floor that I realized that was intended.
Yes.
He
He just wanted to grab the last orb. And
I've seen he has a reflex every time the death is unintentional.
Yeah,
and that's like kind of where I've like picked up which ones he's supposed
that's
to
smart.
be
See what the runner's reaction is to each of the deaths.
Yes. Oh, I've got to do something, you know. I'm supposedly the, you know, interesting one in the booth. I'm just not that interesting.
What's fun is if you see a runner, you know, unintentionally die, when they respawn, they will stand still for like half a second to like figure out where they are and stuff like that, because they don't know exactly where they're going to spawn. Usually they do, but their brain doesn't process it fast enough. But if they do an intentional death, they know where they're going to respawn, so they don't have to take that Oh, does he get the ledge grab? Oh, he does, man. That's fine. He just spawns right here.
You say that's fine, but it doesn't feel fine to me.
So that checkpoint right there is actually pretty awful sometimes. There's a possibility that you don't get the checkpoint by passing that area. So if he were to die there and he didn't get that checkpoint, he'd spawn like on the other side of the level, which would be unfortunate.
Yeah. I still think this was a pretty good run for a show match.
I still think so, yeah. He had a few mistakes, which kind of cost him PB, but this isn't a show match.
Oh no! But
this is a tournament match. Yeah, we were going to have a show match, but
I don't know what you're on about.
Just one of these guys.
But
yeah, wait, no, we weren't.
No, we've never
we had the show
match,
you know, last week.
Yeah, exactly. We were just advertising at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a lore lesson.
For a tournament run, for a no reset, he put up a very good time. It'll probably be a 150, maybe 149.
I'm hoping and I'm believing in Zombie for 149.
I think he can get sub 150. I think he's got to play pretty well. I'm pretty sure he's got it.
Well, to be fair, there was only like 2 sections he didn't really play very well.
Yeah. He had the hard lock, which cost him probably 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So without the hard lock, it would have been very close to PB.
And all I'm gonna say is this was Flutflut survives %, and
Flutflut survived. She kind of just disappeared. We don't really know where she went. But
I'm gonna go with the idea that she just flies away because she's just on her jollies.
I like that.
You just can't see her.
I like that. Yeah, because she's invisible now, so we don't know actually where she went. She could just be following us the rest of the run.
She's just
watching us.
He can do it.
Ooh, Rubiks about to die. Yep, he just blew up. Took too much heat.
There seems to have been a lot of heat in his kitchen today.
Yeah, unfortunately. Which is surprising because it's like less than 10 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is what, like negative 20 Celsius? Maybe not negative 20, negative 15. I'm not very good at the conversions.
Let's go! 2,000 out of 2,000!
All right, he's got all the orbs, and he's headed to the final boss.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, he's gonna take a quick death first and then go. That was definitely intentional.
I believe it.
Definitely. It was not intentional, but that last one was.
Pressure on the 150.
Oh no, Rubiks! No, not again!
No!
In the show match, it took him like 4 tries to get these orbs. Okay, he's got him on the second
try. If it's any consolation, it took Saren like an hour.
Oh no.
He was missing 10.
Oh.
Sorry, Saren.
So what's fun about Rubiks' run is that even though he missed a power cell, he can still get the secret cutscene at the end of the game.
Because will the game still consider him to have had them all?
No, because the game only requires you to have 100. but there's 101
Nice.
power cells in the game. We don't know why they did that. We don't know if someone just added in a power cell by mistake or what happened, but we don't know why it's 101. Oh, Rubiks missed it. Yeah, Skyfly. Zombie cruising through final boss,
Yeah,
hoping to get a
nice.
sub 150,
I believe.
which will be the best run of the tournament.
Let's go, zombie.
Mostly because it's the first run of the tournament, but yeah.
Every time there's like a little bit of hype, G3 comes in to like destroy the hopes and dreams of the children of the Jax community.
Welcome to the Jak community. Alright. He's gonna watch one more cutscene, then collect the light eagle. Oh, he's not gonna get it.
That's because you didn't
No,
believe in the heart
he's
of
gonna
cards.
get a 150-10.
It's because you didn't believe in the heart of the cards.
It's gonna be about 10 seconds off.
Heart of the cards. You didn't believe.
I believed, he was just
You
slow.
did not believe!
Might stop. Hey, Fuzzy. Save the world. Choices.
Vortex missing count by
Okay, fine.
a minute.
We'll save
That's
the
not
world.
healthy.
But do it
Why
That
didn't you
was
join
not
the
a
tournament,
mistake.
Vortex? I mean, I know you're busy, but that'd be fun. Actually, you don't like Hundo. Yeah, that's probably why. There's an all orbs tournament, you're all in.
Oh, Adge.
Edge. Oof. And
Let's
time.
go!
150-10, called it.
Drake's in the chat.
GGs. Get Drake in the chat. Some claps.
Well, let's be honest. He do deserve the GGs and he do deserve the claps.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a great run. The hard lock was unfortunate, but other than that was just a fantastic run.
Yeah. Zombie,
And
would
he's
you like to
really-
say anything in the chat for the viewers? We will read it out for you.
We can do that. Zombie, you know, he had just finished, he got a great no FCS time. And because of that, he's like, you know what, I'm going to do 100%. He's going to join the tournament just because he got that no FCS PB. That was like a week ago.
From Zombie, thank you guys for watching. I love each and every one of you. Nice message.
Aww.
Such a great runner. Zombie, I had the best time watching.
And then Zombie comes back with the Jack Runner response.
I've been having a very good time. If it's any consolation, it has been great watching you as my introduction to the Jack speedrunning community. Yeah, y'all are my introduction. Be nice.
I'm sorry that you got stuck with me.
No, I'm happy about it. I just need someone who knows.
Oh, Rubiks, you're going the wrong way. Oh wait, no, you already got the ones inside.
Yeah.
Okay, you did. Do you? I guess Rubiks can finish out his round. Let's keep talking. Oh, Zombie, you're not done. You're moving on to the next round. You got more races to do.
I do agree. It is an amazing event. So don't forget to follow CCG, as well as our amazing racers, and my adorable co-com.
Hot comms.
It is like 4
Oh,
in
why
the
is it?
morning.
Ah, it's capitalized. No, the C is capitalizing my name. Ew. I hate that. It looks so gross. Okay,
Yeah,
if
follow
all the
CCG.
letters are capitalized, that's okay. But if just the C is, ew.
I'm gonna
Even
tell you now,
GDQ
it's
got it
not
right.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you now, it's not a capital I in my name, and if you dare call me it, I'll scream. It is
Harris?
an L.
Uh-huh. I didn't
It's
think
not Harris.
about that. Yeah, I didn't think so, but
CCG did.
the first time, that's unfortunate.
Ruined my life with a command. But let's watch Rubiks finish this up. You know what? Not coming out with a bad time for Rubiks either. from the looks of
No,
it.
I mean,
Considering.
Yeah. So he could do sub 2.
I believe.
If he
Do you
plays
believe
through
in the
this
heart
pretty
of
well,
cards?
he's got sub 2. I believe it. I haven't believed in Rubiks like this entire run, but I believe in him now.
I believe.
He's got the sub 2.
Can we get prages for the sub 2 in the chat?
Ooh, that was risky, but he got the ledge grab. Oh, that is definitely not going to work. Prage. Oh, Saren just cursed the run.
Why?
Saren doesn't want the sub 2.
Saren.
Oh, well, now we got another curse. People do not want the sub 2, apparently.
I will have you know, it is
Boosted.
1.5 times cheaper
Aw.
to bless the run.
Oh, is it actually cheaper?
Yeah, no, it's 1.5 times cheaper to bless the run.
That's not. It's 1.5 thousand cheaper. Sorry, I like math.
Yeah.
It is
1.2.
40. No, it's 60% cheaper.
60?
60%, which is, I guess you would say that's 1.6 times cheaper.
No, it'd be 0.6.
Well, it's 0.4 times 2.5, or times 2,500. Right?
It is 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna
fair.
get into this.
I think
used to
I'm gonna mess
literally
this up.
teach math, and like,
I
I'm
love
just
math,
it's 4 in the
but-
morning. Math's the base.
Rubiks having trouble with those lurkers. There we go. Yeah, he's got it. He's got sub 2. Sub 2. Come on.
Let's
Come on,
go.
Rubiks. Fly.
Oh.
Don't ledge grab. Fly. Speed. Think
He
about
is
Lightning
speed.
McQueen.
He is Lightning
No,
McQueen.
that's not what Lightning McQueen does. He got it backwards boosted. If you uppercut into a ledge in a certain way, you'll just launch backwards.
That's what happened. I hope you
Yeah.
explained it well enough, because I'm not going to.
Basically, the game got confused, and
I swear you're gonna kill our entire community.
good. Hey, I even got Saren saying it. I've already tried to kill the Jak community, but it didn't work. We're too strong, I guess. I got Saren saying game got confused, so clearly we're moving in the right direction.
Thank you, Saren. Considering you just tried to kill the run. This amazing run
this
that he
run's
can
not.
still actively finish.
I think if he plays Final Boss really well, I think he's got it. I think
Let's
he's got
go.
the sub 2. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's less than 3 minutes from that cell. And he got it just before 157.
Let's
on,
go,
Rubiks.
Rubiks!
Let's go.
We believe, we believe, we believe. I
believe?
did not stay up till 4 a.m. for you to not get this sub 2. I believe in you.
I believe.
I believe in miracles. You got this, Rubiks. We all believe in you. You went back for our pal, so we're coming back for you. Look at those 100 power cells. Like, you are built different. You 100% the game without all the orbs. You don't need them. You were like, there's only supposed to be 100 orbs anyway.
Or there's 2,000 orbs. A lot of people call them orbs. Which,
Power
understandable.
cells.
Yeah.
You knew there should only be 100 power cells. You were
Ooh,
like,
zombie.
this game
Look
is
what
wrong.
Zombie's doing. He's just walking in lava, you know.
Let's go.
That's a fun trick that we don't get to see in Hundo. It's just lava walk. You just make the game get confused and walk into lava.
You can't kill them just as eggs. Come on. Come on. Gotta go fast, man. You're essentially Sonic right now. Come on.
Aslov with the moles emote.
Ouch. Reminding us of the pain of earlier.
That's how Aslov
what-
introduces himself in every chat, is he just posts that emote and just instills anger into every Jack runner.
It's alright, we can be homies. I'll mull down. Come on.
Alright.
Come on. Come on!
Fortunately,
No,
he cannot.
White Eagle! That could be the stuff.
Oh, he's gonna get like a 2 flat 06.
No!
Stay fuzzy.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Okay, fine. We'll save the world. But do it quickly before I change my mind.
And 2 hours. If you just screamed, I think your mic cut out. And we
I
couldn't
did
hear.
scream.
Oh, I was way wrong. Why did I see 206? That was very good. Yes, he pause buffered the eco. So since he pause buffered, the final cutscene never actually played.
Let's go!
Which technically means he hasn't finished the run, and he just soft locked it again.
Hey, if you were gonna soft lock it, you may as well do it twice.
That works for me.
So Zombie wins! Rubiks, you wanna come have a
Zombie
chat
wins?
to us about how you feel? Double soft log, that is pretty pog. Also pretty badass, if I do say so. Rubiks does have the choice to join us after that race if he would like to. He does not have to. So I do believe that is the only run of the night and the only run that we've even seen attempted tonight. Final times 1:49.52 and a 2 flat 13. GG to both runners. GG to Rubiks. Drakes for Rubiks. Because I was thoroughly entertained.
That was fun.
You both did amazing. I just want to say, on behalf of someone who has just seen their first ever Jack's speedrun that wasn't Seren, which doesn't count, I truly have been absolutely amazed by both of these runners. They are both amazing, and you know, I think this was a great introduction, so thank you so much. No, Seren, you were stuck on like 5 orbs on the lava cave for like so long. Like it doesn't count. It wasn't even speedrunning at that point.
Oof. Hey, Saren's got to run on the boards.
Yeah,
It's
there.
It's a run.
It's there.
I think it qualifies as a run.
It's on the board.
Then again, I have a friend who has a 7-hour time on the board as well.
I'm gonna put 24-hour time on the board. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Please remember to follow CCG, follow our runners, and just join us. We have an amazing community. We have so much speedrunning yet to come. Many different categories, many different games. I hope you all have a fantastic night. We're gonna go see Drunk House. So please do stick around and say hello to him. See you tomorrow, everyone! Bye!
Bye.
GG runners, GG comms.
GG's.